Oh, hello world. Welcome to A Walker in the Woods. My name is Stephen Walker, and this is Chuseok holiday here in South Korea. Chuseok holiday basically is Korean Thanksgiving. It happens during the harvest time every year, September or October. This year is a little bit late. So Chuseok basically means an extended holiday. And usually a very, very congested time on the Korean highways, especially at the beginning and at the end. But this year it is called Golden Week, which basically there's Korean Liberation Day, which was on Friday, and then Saturday, Sunday, and then Chuseok is Monday, kind of Tuesday. There's another holiday somewhere Wednesday. I don't know if it's even Chuseok, part of Chuseok, maybe a three-day holiday. And then Thursday's another holiday. So basically all of this week is holiday. People are chilling and hopefully at home. And I've been at home other than visiting the wife's family in Dangjin on Monday. And I'll talk a little bit more about Chuseok later, but this plan for this video and possibly two-part, maybe three-part series is I'm going to take another road trip. And the last road trip I took was north up to the DMZ. And this road trip will be going south. I'm going to basically head to the West Coast, which is not too far from where I am here in my little home city. I'm going to hit the West Coast and try and do some coastal roads down south. I really don't have a destination, and I kind of sometimes like to do that, not have a destination, and see where the journey takes me. I have no idea. I'll probably be sleeping in my car tonight and tomorrow. The ultimate destination is called Jirisan or Jirisan, which is san means mountain, so Jiri Mountain, and that's kind of in the south central area of the peninsula. So tomorrow I'm going to head that direction, but tonight I'm just going to go west and then south and possibly find a national park to either camp, set up a tent, or sleep in my car. It's been very, very rainy, and I didn't know if I was even going to go take a trip this week, but after spending too much time at home, you know, I get the itchy feet. I need to get on the road, and so that's the plan. So I'm gonna go grab some ice, a few provisions, and then we'll see you on the road. Happy Chuseok. Why I wanted to take this trip now. I may not be here in Korea much longer, I'm not sure yet, but in the autumn, Korea is filled with rice fields throughout all of the valleys. And so October generally is when the harvest begins, thus Chuseok, and the rice turns a golden color. It's not quite there yet, and the trees all start getting their color as well, but it's been a pretty wet autumn thus far. But I'll show you a more close-up of some of the pretty cool trees here in Korea. One in particular, the persimmon tree, drops all of its leaves and leaves the fruit hanging. And then also the rice fields. They are turning golden now. They're not quite ready to harvest. Probably another couple weeks, but right now is a really beautiful time to be in South Korea. If you're gonna be traveling to South Korea anytime soon, or in the next year or two, you just don't know when, spring is beautiful, but for my money, autumn. Autumn time, the air is clear, skies are blue, the rice is golden, and the tree color, the tree leaves all start changing into reds, oranges, browns, the full gamut, the quilt, if you will. And there you go. A few more shots of the rice fields. We're still heading west to a little harbor, and then I'm gonna head south from there. So we'll see. Still no destination. Just Namdang Hang. Hang means a port. We made it to the West Sea. All right, Namdang Harbor. Not sure what this is. Maybe a thing for fish. Not a whole heck of a lot to see here, but it is the West Coast. So now I'm gonna head south, and there's a national park that I'm gonna try and check out, and hopefully either camp or sleep in my car. I'm not sure yet. But I saw some egrets down here before, and they flew away. But the egret, the large white bird, is pretty common here in South Korea. But it's a beautiful day. It's a beautiful sunny day. Almost nice enough to go for a swim. I didn't bring, actually these shorts that I'm wearing are kind of part swim, part casual outerwear. So anyways, we're gonna go find a new destination and hopefully see some nice sights along the way. But the weather couldn't be better. And right across the way there's a traditional village. You can see that. I'm not sure. That's kind of a traditional roof on all of those buildings. It looks like, I'm not sure if it's a tourist place or if it's an actual location for people to live. But that's one thing that's about Asia, you never know what you're going to come across out here in the country. Very pretty. Alright, looks like we're going to go down to Byeonsan Bando Gungnip Gongwon, which is, what time is it? It's 2 o'clock now, and it says I'm going to get there about 3:51, so in about 2 hours. We're going to just probably a little bit longer because I'm going to try and take some more coastal roads. But there's a camping spot down here. This is a national park on the west coast. Probably, I don't know, 2/3 of the way down the peninsula. And then hopefully find a place to sleep tonight, have a meal. I've got my cooker in the car. Probably end up sleeping in the car, depends on how cool it gets tonight. But then tomorrow I'm gonna head back inland and go to Jirisan. So hopefully let's go find some nice views of the west coast of South Korea. Ciao. Here's a good example of a very traditional little old Korean town. I'm not sure what the name of this place is, but Once the red light changes, we'll drive down. You'll see some really old traditional buildings. A lot of them, most of them aren't more than 2 stories high. A little coffee shop. Very traditional. And then you've got the CU Pyeongjam convenience store. But I still like to come across these old-timer little spots because I think they have character. Sunflower seeds, by the way. Gives me something to chew on while I'm driving. Focus. Onward. A lot of traffic on the other side, but we're passing by Bodeong, which is a pretty famous little beach on the west coast. They have a Bodeong Mud Festival every year in the summertime, kind of like the Tomato Festival in Spain, but here it's mud. Their marketing ploy is they say that the mud is very healthy for the skin, and that might be true. I guess they've scientifically proven it. I like the beach, but I've never gone to the festival. I have other ways to get dirty. But we're on Highway 15 heading south, so picking up some speed rather than going down a lot of little country roads, which takes a long time because they're so windy. But yeah, it's a beautiful day, so hopefully at the end of this road we'll find a nice place to camp. When you travel in Korea, these are the rest stops that you can expect to see. Got your gas over there, and they generally have a variety of things to eat, coffee, bathrooms. They're always generally pretty clean. And a good place to stretch your legs. Ice Americano, pretty yummy. Holly's right there straight ahead is where I got this from, and there's a little kiosk thing, a self-typing kiosk that tells you, it's in Korean, it's also in English, it might be in Chinese, I don't know. But I stood there for probably 15 minutes watching 2 people, Koreans, navigate it in Korean. And finally the worker, as the line built up behind them, finally another worker opened up a side window and got 10 people through in like 5 minutes. Just by good old human contact. What do you need? I need an Ice Americano Grande. Okay, that'll be 5,500 won, which is like $3.50. While the other woman that was in front of me was still typing away, trying to navigate it. You know, the convenience, they say convenience for this, I think it's bullshit. I think these little kiosk things are a pain in the ass. Give me a human being asking me what I want with a limited menu, especially at one of these places. You know, a rest stop. It doesn't need to take 20 minutes to navigate your way through, especially for the older people. The younger people might, you know, once you do it a few times, you can figure it out. But if it's your first time, even Koreans in Korean, man, they couldn't figure it out. The Hugeso, the rest stop, you know, you want to just pop in and go on your merry way. You don't want to sit here and wait for 20 minutes for 3 people to figure out how to navigate a machine to get a fucking coffee. Anyways, that's gonna be one of the first of many probably rants on this trip. But it's still a beautiful day. I've got my Americano and it is tasty, I must say. And then over here it's also self-checkout. Most of the oil places, the gas places are self-checkout. I don't know. What's the world coming to? Sun is still up. King of the road here.
In a moment, turn right and then turn
Not in Kansas anymore. Decent little beach here. Quite a few people out. It's the Byeonsan seawall out there where the windmills are. Gonna check out the market, grab some water, and get back on the road and find this camp spot. Hopefully. Don't know. Since it is the holiday, I'm gonna presume that it's gonna be packed.
Be careful of winding road.
Yeah, pretty busy here. Pretty busy beach. I'm not thinking this is a place I wanna lay down for the night, so we're gonna keep going to the original destination. And hopefully be able to get off the beaten path a little bit. It's tough in Korea to get off the beaten path. Very, very difficult. Very difficult. Gotta go this way. But where there's a will, there's a way. Let's see what we can find. One of the trials and tribulations of setting off with no destination and no yeyak, no plan. All right. check his. Just entered the national park here, so don't know if there's any place really to camp. It's tough in Korea. It's tough. Might not be the most scenic, we'll never know till we get there. But it's a fun little drive. It'd be a hell of a lot of fun on a motorcycle. There's possibilities though. I might have to hike a bit. We'll see. Don't know. This might be the spot. I don't know how many people are going to be hiking down this way. But basically, this old ship down here is what kind of caught my eye. Hopefully there aren't any snakes. Sure there's going to be some mosquitoes, so I think it's going to probably be a indoor, in the car sleeping experience for me tonight. This old ship. It's kind of cool. I don't think too many people are going to be hiking this tonight. But that's the road that I came in on. And I think I can just lay low here. If someone comes and tells me to leave, then I'll have to leave. But at the moment, I think this is going to be the spot. Let's take a look at this ship. Bunch of little mud skippers. Crabs. Pretty peaceful little bay. Quiet. No people. Is it too good to be true? Guess we'll find out. Hopefully it's not haunted. Luckily, there's some sunlight, and not every night is going to be an award-winning video, but I'm gonna make a steak dinner. Probably eat in the car because there's a lot of bugs. If you look out here, it's kind of a muddy, smarshy area. I presume that tomorrow the water will be up, but it's not the most pleasant smelling place, which is probably why there aren't any Koreans here. So at the end of the day, I guess if I have to escape Koreans, if I have to find some solitude on this peninsula, I've got to take the good with the bad. But I'm planning on cooking up something good here. Have a steak, maybe a few egg dinner, I bought a couple beers just because. I don't really drink beer that often, but I think tonight's gonna be the night I'm gonna have a Budweiser. So this Bud's for you. No, actually this Bud's for me. And let's get cooking. Still a little bit frozen. Got a bit of butter, bit of salt. It's gonna be yummy. So far, so good. One thing about Korea, I think I've mentioned this in a video before, because it is such a small country, very overpopulated, that wild animals really aren't a thing here. They do have raccoon dogs, they have like a deer, a small deer. My father-in-law would go hunting and get deer every now and then. He has to keep his gun at a local police station in his hometown. There are some pigs, there are some black wild boar. Actually in the mountain near my home, I've seen signs for it, but I've never seen. The only animals I've actually seen in person, I've seen the raccoon dog, I've seen deer, some snakes, squirrels, chipmunks, birds. And one thing, Korea, there are certain really low plain areas, especially in the southern part of the peninsula. The mountains, obviously you have the valleys. And it's a very good migratory place for a lot of birds, a lot of geese coming down from, I guess, Russia, down across the peninsula, and I guess they keep on going south, I don't know. But there are certain areas that are pretty popular, pretty famous for watching migratory fowl certain times of the year. And there are birds right over through there. You can see birds. I can't zoom in with this thing, but there's a good number of birds over there by the waterfront. So yeah, I'm pretty happy with this little spot actually. It doesn't smell as half as bad as it did when I first parked here. I guess it might just be because I'm cooking meat. Hopefully this doesn't bring about any wild animals that I haven't accounted for. All right, you ready for the unveiling? Voila. Steak, eggs, and a Budweiser. And a pretty decent view, if you angle it right. All right, time for the taste test. Eggs. It's hard to go wrong with eggs. It's hard to screw up eggs. And a little bit of meat. Pretty yummy. I'm not going to force you to watch me eat, but I'll give you a little bit more of this view. And as long as everything is copacetic here, no one comes along, no animals, no Bigfoots, I'm gonna have a Bud and then turn in early and get up early and get the hell out of here. Get back on the road, and hopefully maybe we'll find some temples along the way this time. Temples here in Korea are really nice. I'm gonna try and do some Googling before I turn in for the night. But I'm gonna enjoy this meal, and I'll see you mañana. Peace out.
2 minutes later.
No more than 2 minutes after I turned off the camera, 5 people came walking down that bridge. Amazing. Very friendly. 3 women and 2 men. Hopefully they don't say anything to an owner around here. But just when you think you have it licked, just when you think that you finally found some solitude, you just can't. You can't find solitude in this country. It is almost impossible. Other than in my room, in my apartment. That's about it. Anyways, I'll just go to show you. I didn't even get halfway. 2 minutes. 2 minutes after I turned off the phone or my camera. It's fucking dark up there, dude. What are you doing hiking? They didn't even have any lights on. Amazing. Amazing Korea. Anyways. Didn't even... My beer's still full. I hope that they let me sleep in peace. That's all. Peace out. We'll keep you updated. Well, it's dark here. Dark and very, very quiet. So hopefully it'll stay this way. 7 o'clock. Very still. I like it. And I don't think anybody will be venturing out in this little area until mañana. So I'm gonna make my bed back there in the car, and then I'll see you for coffee in the morning. Night, night, world.